Hello, Dominic from BMT Spain, the channel for beginners to advanced players. And do a kick serve as a flat serve. This video is for intermediate to advanced players because you should have already some control over body rotation and having a decent throwing motion. And doing a kick serve as a flat serve, it may sound crazy, but we are not talking about a topspin serve. In topspin serve, we have more the focus on the word itself says top. We are going to the top where we will use more the radial to ulnar deviation motion, hammering, like in my other videos, hammer into the direction for your topspin serve. Here at the kick serve, we have more, the priority is more the pronation, which is the same as in a flat serve. Now, there are two differences. In the first serve, you will have body rotation, which you will not have in the kick serve. And the contact point will be at 12 with your arm extended and pronated, where in the kick serve your arm will not be fully extended, and will not be pronated. It would be that position, but we're in this position. And because of this, we can still go up and go to the right side doing that pronation. Now, I say pronation, you have to understand that pronation also has its limits. Now, I'm pronated. This we call fully pronated, but to do this you need internal shoulder rotation. But to not make the video too complicated, we're talking about pronation and fully pronated. So in my kick serve, I'm not pronated yet, at the moment that make contact, and for that I can push the ball up and to the right side, which will make the going up that top spin, and also the side spin, so a combination. And for that the ball will kick a little bit to the right side and not only up like it does in top spin. So I will show you some examples. I will draw some lines so you can see the trajectory of the ball from the flat serve and the kick serve. I will also do some kick serves on the due side, because the due side is also important, especially for intermediate. I always ask for the line you make with your shoulders. If you're at the advanced side, this is 12 o'clock, and you will hit the ball around 10 o'clock. If you're at this side, so first, here, you will hit the ball here around 10 o'clock. If I would do the same here, the ball will go to the right box and we want the left box. So our shoulder line, when we make contact, will not be 12, but 12 will become more around 11. So that's why to intermediate I say line yourself up from the start, at 11. So line yourself up, and then you can do here that same motion, but now because 12 became 11, that also means that 10 now becomes 9, and because 10 becomes 9, we are here in this position. Now you can see that my racket is able to hit the ball to the left box. It's also an important notion. Let's say professionals or high-level players, they can control their body rotation, so they come here, but the moment they make contact, you will see that the chest is more pointed in that direction, or the shoulder line is how you look at it. You look at the shoulder line or you look at the chest position, where here at the advanced court, the chest will be more in that direction, and not in that direction. So there is a difference here from the deuce and the advanced side. So I will hit some serves. I'll try to do my best. Draw some lines, some cones, so where we can see also some slow motion. And I will stop some pictures from the side, from the back, so you can see the body position, the racket position. And then at the end, one of my students, where she didn't control that much the body rotation, and then 1 month later it starts to get better, and you can see a big difference. So I will prepare the court. See you in 1 minute. So let's try a few flat serves. That was already a close one, as you could see. It stayed within the yellow lines. That's why it's a flat serve. It doesn't curve to the left or to the right. Now, as you could see, that one stays again in the lines. This one stays in the lines. this one stays in the line. So that's the flat serve. I will later on take a view from the side so you can see that body rotation and the contact point with that pronated position. So here we're going to do a first serve. You're going to watch my moment I make contact. Contact will be in front, racket will be in pronation position, and my body will be in the direction of my target. So I will rotate, extend and pronate. So here you see the rotation. My body is turned in the direction I want to play. My chest is pointing forward. My arm is fully extended and my racket is in that pronated position. And here you can see that fully pronated position. Yeah, the racket is pointing to the outside, so fully pronated. So the flat serve was the body rotation and the position of the racket. So also here from the back you can see that my chest is pointing forwards in the direction I want to play. My arm is fully extended and the racket is in that pronated position. And again also here you can see that fully pronated position in the racket head. So again the flat serve. And chest pointed forward in the direction I want to play, the arm extended and the racket in that pronated position. And watch the racket, again it's in that fully pronated position as it is supposed to be. So let's do some kick serve. So the ball should bounce in the service box and the second bounce should go out of the yellow lines. Focusing on get the ball more at 10 o'clock. So the body is pointed, the chest is pointed to the side of the court and the contact point is behind us so that we can take it at 10 o'clock. You could see that ball really jumped to the right side. So here you can see that the racket is fully pronated and the chest is still pointing to the side of the court as it's supposed to be. That's the one you really want. Now, the kick serve. Watch my body and watch where I make contact. I will not be there. I will still be here the moment I make contact. But my trajectory will be in the direction of the camera. So, as you can see, the chest is still pointing to the side of the court. There's no body rotation and the contact point will be around 10 o'clock and from there we can do that pronation. So here you can see throwing the racket to the side of the court and just like a flat serve, and here you can see that fully pronated position. So as you can see, my body is still in this position. Now let's see it from the other side also. And now the kick serve. Watch my back. So, as you can see, no body rotation. I'm still lined up at 12 o'clock. You can still see the BMT sign and the back of my sweater. And of course, also the fully pronated position with my chest still pointing to the side of the court. So, what we also need to know in the kick serve, I always tell my students, there's a difference between the advanced side and the due side. At the advanced side, our shoulder line, this is 12 o'clock, 11, 10, 1, 2. This, if we do here the same and we will make the same contact, that ball will go more to the right side. So we have to make a little adjustment of our shoulder line. So here, this is 12 o'clock. Now, 12 o'clock here, should become 11 o'clock. Should become more the net post, and then 10 o'clock is more the light pole, and then 9 o'clock. So we want our shoulder line to the net post, and then we can still keep hitting the ball with the same motion at 10 o'clock, because here you make that motion, you hit the ball at 10 o'clock. Now, if I'm here in that motion, that ball will go over there. But if I put my shoulder line now to 11, now you can see that the ball can go in the left side box. So for that, especially for intermediate players, shoulder line. Professional players, you can see they go here, they turn here up, and then they go for the kick because they have more control over there. Body rotation, that's why they said intermediate. Once you have more control, yeah, it's better for a kick serve. But in this case, we are talking about lining up at 11, tossing at 10, and kicking that ball. Did you see how nice that ball kicked to the right side? So this is very important to remember. Yeah, line up a little bit more, yeah, to the net post, and then you can serve with the same motion as you do on the other side. A lot of coaches are not talking about this, yeah, but 7-8 is still good, yeah, but now you go 7-8 more in that direction, not more in that direction. So for me, this is a very important point, yeah. Shoulder line 12 at the advanced side, shoulder line 11 at the juice side. So let's go on. So as you can see, my shoulder line is really lined up to the camera. Now my shoulders are not pointing at 12, my shoulders are pointing at 11 like I'm supposed to be. And as you can see, the chest is a little more open, it's not pointing to the side. And it doesn't change, you still need that fully pronated position even if you serve on the juice court. As you can see here, a pronated position. So here we have the student about 1 month and a half, 2 months ago, and as you can see here, her shoulder line is not at 12 o'clock, it's more at 11 o'clock. So on the advanced side, 11 o'clock will be hard to get the ball well to the outside. And she's still making contact behind her, which is okay. Yeah, she's not fully stretched the arm and she didn't finish the pronation yet. So bad it's not, but she needs to learn to control her body position. So you can see that she has that fully pronated position. So the throwing motion like the first serve is okay. But as you can see, she's lined up more to 11 and not to 12. So it will be hard to get that ball more to the outside. So body control is what we have to work on. So how do we get that control? We do a lot of throwing actions. So they throw every time 2-3 minutes against the wall. Here they are practicing the first serve, the rotation, the extension and the pronation. And here they should take the position as they would serve to the camera, but they have to make the throwing action, yeah, like a normal throwing action, but without the rotation. So the ball will go against the wall. So this was last week, about 7 weeks later than the former exercise. And as you can see, she's not jumping. We practice first in balance, so the jumping is where you will lose a lot of body control. So this is getting better. Now as you can see, she's still making contact behind her. The arm is not fully stretched. The racket is not still yet in that pronated position. and the chest is pointing to the side. She's lined up at 12 o'clock, so already much better. So we have the same serve, but as you can see, she's lined up at 12. The chest is still pointing to the side of the court, and she has that fully pronated position. So here she is jumping, but as you can see, the contact point is still behind her. Her arm is not fully stretched, the racket is not in that pronated position, but she maintains the control over her body. She's still lined up at 12 o'clock. Her chest is still pointing to the outside of the court, so this is a good control. Yeah, you will see that the leg will go a little bit more to the front. We have to work a little bit more on that, but it's already a big improvement. Bien, mira esto. Perfecto. Como un primer saque. Go. So, and even in the jump, you can see that she maintains a control over the throwing action. She has that fully pronated position, but the leg I was talking about, this is where we should work a little bit on to have the more stable position when she comes down. But yeah, as I said, already a big improvement. The chest is still pointing to the side, lined up at 12 and a fully pronated position. Do a kick serve as a flat serve, but remember, contact point at 10 o'clock and no body rotation. So thank you for watching.